Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Willogenic, and welcome to more Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay, I think I'm here. You looking for something in there? Frickin' Monica, you never put my stuff back in the right spot. Your books look kinda organized back there. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Maybe don't have it at school. I don't know. What do you want from me? Oh, I didn't read that last manga. I forgot his name was Wop. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What the hell does that mean? It's written on your face. You're the one who looks like the waifu, not me. Don't judge me. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. What happens if I wanted to read that? Huh? Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I'm sorry to anybody if my hair is kind of messed up. I just got done work. I got home like an hour ago, 30 minutes ago, and I wanted to just start recording something. So, apologize for that. Still sexy as ever. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? What the fuck are you reading? Parfait Girls? You're reading Yogurt Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. Simply terrible! If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. Wait, what? She points at the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I was just saying how terrible that your fucking manga preferences are. I didn't even say anything. It was a tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Wop. Consider this a lesson, straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Ha. So clever. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo. What the fuck what does that mean? What kind of, language are these characters using? Don't just stand there. Wah! Oh wait, that was me. Oops. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Make all the jokes you want, but Wop was fully out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? That is me. Why am I making Wop sound like a girl? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easy to be close together like this. Oh, you made her blush. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I notice. She's sweating profusely. She's staring at me. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Are you paying attention? No, I'm not. You're sitting right on top of me, so... I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Is it Sailor Moon? Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Is it going to be terrible? Well, obviously, girl. Damn. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? Yes. Yes, you seem like a very boring person, but I enjoy it, because I am equally boring. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. Oh, really? but that just helps you get to know the characters, and besides, it's still entertaining, but later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's really what makes it good. Oh, see, you're into that type of anime. I see you. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Why do you take everything I say to offensively, huh? You got a problem with me? We could take this shit outside. I'll give you the 1-2 Mayweather. What's that supposed to mean? Ugh. Now she gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. This isn't even my final form. Good save. Hold on, I can sound like Cell when I say that. Hold on. This isn't even my perfect form. Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Nasi paused for a minute. Oh, there's a lot of baking. It's ice cream. There's an ice cream shop. Somebody in there is getting baked. As if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah, why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious, since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coinky-dink. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Ah ha ha ha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. That depends on what type of anime you're watching. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? I love how I don't like how she's looking at me like that. But anyway, I like how I'm just simply because I don't know what this game is, but I'm just making a complete joke out of it, which something slightly tells me, because someone in the comments told me, there's kind of a twist. So I'm very eager to know what that is, and, yeah, so we read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? I don't have any friends. Oh, she looks so sad. Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. I'm sorry you're a closet manga reader with no friends. Like I could ever get my friends to read... Oh, she does have friends. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out that yet, girl. Makes me want to punch them in the face. Stop channeling your inner Goku, alright? I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time, but it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough! You gotta keep reading or what? I want to keep staring at you. Profusely! Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Nutski starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Nutski puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky, but it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. What the Hold the phone! Hold the phone! What are you reading? Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone! Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? I was trying to bust a move on WAP. I'm so sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slid herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course! It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before what? So we can start the next one. Girl, what the? And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow, I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Probably that one. WAP is like the ultimate Chad here. You gotta learn a few things from WAP. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did y'all remember to write your poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poem. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Did I actually write a poem? Who should I show my poem to first? I feel like Yuri hasn't been in this much, so we're gonna do Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Oh god, I forgot what you look like. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad, huh? Huh? You think... Listen, I'm the Mark Twain of my generation, and I will not be dared to talk to that way. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used... Yeah, why did I pick the shy girl? It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Oh, she's crushing on you, bro. Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I'm sorry, it's not the fact that I was reading it silently. It was the fact that I was trying to focus on actually reading it. Ghost Under the Light. What the fuck? Girl, can you zoom in on this? My hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green something of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing ain't of the present, but living in the past. The light thickens. Flickers? I'm stupid. I'm so sorry, everybody. I have oh my god, every English teacher I ever had would be so depressed with me right now. The light flickers. Flicker back. Wow. This was such a good poem. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Listen, being the player here, I couldn't understand that, but it was damn good, girl. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive and depressive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more that is mild, girl? That sounds deep and depressing. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, a story isn't about a ghost at all, Wop. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But listen, you see the gears that were turning in my brain? I was trying to read it. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That is deep and dark. Girl, see a therapist! You need a therapist! That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Oh, I have to share it with all of them? That's gonna take forever. Natsuki. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Ha! Ha! Slammed. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem, make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Oh, you liked it. You're saying you liked it. Hey, yeah, she's crushing on him. Damn! Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I love that poem. Yeah, I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. It's simple. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay, like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro, dude. I'm in the Literature Olympics, bro-teen shake. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, she looks like a vampire with those fangs. Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright. I'm gonna do Monica last. This is a good poem, Wop. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Hey, I guess you're right, but that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room! Yeah, well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Wop. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Well, to be fair, I joined to basically be with some chicks. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow... Oh, this is a long one. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. What? That was like really sweet, and then like just that those last three words were like, what the hell? Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I guess I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. I think she's kind of crazy, maybe. But next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Guess there's only the club leader. Cult leader. Hi, Wop. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. Sounds like she the way I'm reading it is like she shouts everything. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, quit freaking yelling at me, goddammit. I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to, since you're the president. No, you'll probably stab me 1,000 times, because that's what I think's gonna happen. Don't worry, Wop. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Wop! Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Don't call me cute! I'm a man. I'm tough. Oh, geez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki could write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yup! By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they could express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through, so I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay! I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone wants you to. Right. Oops. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, then, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching... How long, girl? It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. What? So what do you think? Make it a little less next time. I did not appreciate anything that was in there. What do you mean by this poem? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard and got so far, but in the end it doesn't even matter, if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Wow, that's very accurate because that's probably exactly what'll happen. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read it in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute! Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. Why are you guys right? This is a depressing club for WAP. WAP is just here to slay some chicks, get some cupcakes. I don't like any of this. Clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and WAP did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And WAP liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I have to go to the bathroom! You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that WAP appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I'ma mess this bitch up. Wasn't the one who's... Oh. Wow, that's interesting. I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as WAP started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys! Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. WAP! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, WAP. Yes, WAP. Why do I feel like my guy is going to end up being the bad guy in this? Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, WAP? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh god, I'm so bad at decisions. Sayori? Natsuki! Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri! But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friends feel like this? WAP! Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair. Look at her face. She looks like she's ready to kill somebody. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Harry wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me, girl? Oh, hold my hopes. Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes... Stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. What the fuck? Oh god. This is making me cringe. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you, girl. I wanted to see how it was going to turn out. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get hurt, get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Don't look at me like a robot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Yo, WAP, chill out, bro. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. Pack your shit up, get the fuck out. I don't care. I don't want any of you here. How did y'all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. WAP, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. WAP! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. I get vaporized by her Kamehameha waves. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Alright. This has gone on for 34 minutes. I'm going to end the video right here, everyone. So thank you, everybody, so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it, and I appreciate every single one of you. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.